I'm 92 years old and still driving walking on my own, and I haven't been sick in 30 years. It's not luck, it's thanks to 5 simple morning habits. No expensive medications, no intense workouts, just small practical changes that anyone can do. If you want to know what they are and why they work, stay tuned until the end of this video. These habits have kept me healthy and sharp, and they can do the same for you. Every morning before my feet even touch the floor, I start my day with a simple yet powerful habit. I don't jump out of bed, I don't reach for my phone, and I don't rush to start the day. Instead, I take just 90 seconds to wake up my body in the most gentle way possible. This is habit number 1, the 90-second movement that wakes up my body. It sounds almost too simple, doesn't it? But this tiny ritual has kept me active, balanced, and free from falls for decades. Here's exactly what I do. As I lie on my back, I close my eyes and take 3 deep, slow breaths. Then, I gently stretch my fingers, wiggle my toes, and rotate my ankles and wrists. No heavy lifting, no complicated stretches, just gentle movements. Why does this matter? Because when you first wake up, your body is still in a state of rest. Your blood is thicker, your joints are stiff, and your nervous system is slowly transitioning from sleep to wakefulness. Most people make the mistake of jolting themselves into the day, rushing out of bed, checking their phones, and immediately diving into stress. But that's the worst thing you can do, especially as you age. I learned this the hard way. Decades ago, when I was in my 60s, I used to wake up feeling stiff, struggling to move. One morning, I even tripped over my own slippers because my feet weren't fully awake. That was my wake-up call. I needed to start my day with intention, not just with movement. This 90-second practice tells my body, we're awake, we're moving, we're ready. It sends blood flow to my limbs, oxygen to my brain, and awareness to my senses. It's such a tiny thing, but it makes a huge difference. Research from the National Institute on Aging has shown that gentle morning mobility can improve energy balance and mental clarity for older adults. It's not just my experience, it's science. But I don't stop there. Once I've gently woken up my body, I move on to habit number 2, my immune-boosting morning drink. It's not a fancy supplement or an expensive superfood. It's a simple warm glass of water with 3 powerful ingredients: fresh lemon turmeric and a pinch of black pepper. Let me break this down for you. Lemon is packed with vitamin C, a powerful antioxidant that supports your immune system, promotes healthy skin, and boosts your metabolism. For me, it's like a fresh wake-up call for my body from the inside. It also helps digestion by stimulating bile production, which is essential as we age. Then there's turmeric. Known as nature's anti-inflammatory, turmeric contains curcumin, a compound that has been shown in countless studies to reduce inflammation throughout the body. As we age, inflammation is a silent threat. It affects your joints, your heart, even your brain. But curcumin fights it. However, there's a catch: your body can't absorb curcumin effectively without help. That's where the black pepper comes in. It contains a compound called piperine, which increases the absorption of curcumin by up to 2,000%. Just a pinch, but it transforms turmeric from a simple spice into a healing powerhouse. So each morning I pour a glass of warm water, squeeze in half, a lemon, add a quarter teaspoon of turmeric, and just a pinch of black pepper. I stir it up, take a sip, and I can feel it warming my body, energizing me, and strengthening my immune system. For over 30 years, I've started my day with this drink, and I haven't had a cold, a flu, or any other illness. It's simple, but it's powerful. But I don't just stop there. After waking up my body and nourishing it from the inside, I move on to habit number 3, my 15-minute anti-inflammatory walk. Now I know what you're thinking. Walking is so basic, but that's exactly why it works. Walking is one of the most natural forms of exercise, and when done consistently, it can transform your health. Every morning, rain or shine, I step outside for a 15-minute walk. No phone, no distractions, just me, the fresh air, and the sound of my footsteps. This isn't just about burning calories or getting my steps in. It's about setting my body in motion, improving my circulation, and clearing my mind. Research has shown that even a short walk can reduce inflammation, regulate blood sugar, and boost mood. For me, it's my way of saying to my body, we're moving, we're alive, and we're ready for the day. And it's not about speed. Sometimes I walk slowly, enjoying the view. Other days I walk a little faster, but I never miss it. Not because I'm disciplined, but because I've seen what happens when I skip it. I feel stiff, my joints ache, and my mind feels cloudy. But walking is just the beginning. Once I return, I fuel my body with habit number 4, a high-protein breakfast. When I was younger, I used to eat toast cereal or pastries in the morning. But as I got older, I noticed that I would feel sluggish by mid-morning. My doctor told me that after 60, your body needs more protein to maintain muscle energy and mental clarity. So I switched to a protein-rich breakfast, a boiled egg Greek yogurt, a handful of walnuts, and a few fresh berries. This simple combination gives me everything I need: high-quality protein for my muscles, healthy fats for my brain, and antioxidants to fight inflammation. It's quick, it's easy, and it keeps me sharp all morning. And finally, there's habit number 5, mental tuning. I take just 3 minutes to sit quietly and set my mind for the day. I don't focus on the news, the bills, or the errands. I focus on how I want to feel calm, strong, and steady. I picture myself moving through the day with confidence, staying positive, and enjoying every moment. This isn't just a feel-good exercise. Science shows that mental visualization can actually rewire your brain, improving focus, reducing stress, and boosting immune function. It's a reminder that health isn't just about your body, it's about your mind. So these are my 5 morning habits. Simple but powerful. They've kept me healthy, active, and clear-minded at 92. And the best part is you can start them right now, no matter your age. Remember, health isn't something you get by chance. It's something you build day by day, habit by habit. Are you ready to start? Let me show you how you can do it too. After I wake up, my body with gentle movements, start my day with an immune-boosting drink, and refresh my mind with a calming walk. I move on to habit number 4, my high-protein breakfast. This isn't just any breakfast. It's a carefully chosen combination of foods that have kept me strong, energized, and mentally sharp, even at 92. For most of my life, I did what everyone else did. I ate toast, cereal, or a muffin for breakfast. It was quick, easy, and I thought healthy. But as I entered my 60s, I noticed something troubling. I felt sluggish by mid-morning. My energy crashed around 10 a.m., and my mind felt foggy. I started forgetting small things: where I put my keys, what I needed at the store, even names of people I just met. At first, I thought it was just part of getting older. But then, my doctor told me something that changed everything. You're not getting enough protein. He explained that as we age, our bodies become less efficient at absorbing and using protein. That means the older you get, the more protein you actually need to maintain your muscles, your energy, and even your memory. So I made a change, a simple change, that transformed my mornings and in many ways my life. I switched to what I call my brain and body breakfast. It's nothing fancy, but it's incredibly effective. I start with a boiled egg, a perfect source of complete protein, with all the essential amino acids my body needs. Eggs are also packed with choline, a nutrient that supports brain health. Next, I add a cup of Greek yogurt. Not just any yogurt, Greek yogurt. It's thicker, richer in protein, and contains probiotics that support gut health. Why does that matter? Because your gut is directly connected to your immune system, your mood, and your mental clarity. A healthy gut is the foundation of a healthy body. Then, I add a handful of walnuts. Walnuts are rich in omega-3 fatty acids, which help reduce inflammation and protect my brain. They also provide healthy fats that keep me feeling full and satisfied until lunchtime. Finally, I toss in a few fresh berries, usually blueberries. These little berries are packed with antioxidants that protect my cells from damage, support my vision, and even enhance my memory. They add a touch of sweetness without spiking my blood sugar, and they make my breakfast feel like a treat. This combination, egg, Greek yogurt, walnuts, and berries, gives me over 25 grams of high-quality protein, healthy fats, and brain-boosting nutrients. And it's not just about feeling full. It's about fueling my body and mind for the day ahead. And here's what happened after I made this change. My energy became steady. No more mid-morning crashes. My mind felt clear, I remembered names, I stayed focused, and I felt sharp. And my strength improved. Even at 92, I can still open jars, carry groceries, and do simple household chores without feeling weak. But there's one more benefit to this breakfast one that I never expected. It made me appreciate the importance of starting the day with care. When you begin your day with the right foods, you're telling your body, I care about you. You're giving it the tools it needs to stay strong, stay sharp, and stay active. And this isn't just my experience. Studies have shown that older adults who eat a protein-rich breakfast have better muscle mass, stronger bones, and even better immune function. Protein isn't just for bodybuilders, it's for anyone who wants to stay strong and independent, no matter their age. But I don't just fuel my body. I also take a moment to fuel my mind. That's habit number 5, mental tuning. This is one of the simplest yet most powerful habits I've ever developed. Every morning before I check the news, before I answer calls, before I even talk to anyone, I take 3 minutes to sit quietly and set my mind for the day. This isn't meditation, and it's not some complicated technique. It's just me sitting comfortably, closing my eyes, and asking myself one simple question. How do I want to feel today? I picture myself calm, confident, strong, and happy. I imagine myself moving through the day with ease, walking without pain, speaking clearly, laughing with friends. This might sound too simple to matter, but science says otherwise. Research shows that when you visualize something vividly, your brain responds as if you're actually experiencing it. This means I'm not just imagining a good day, I'm training my brain and my body to create one. I started this habit after a close friend of mine, same age, same health background, suffered a severe health crisis. He was always stressed, worried about money politics, the news. His mind was always racing, and eventually his body couldn't keep up. One day he collapsed. He recovered, but his life was never the same. He once asked me, how do you stay so calm? Don't you ever worry? And I told him, worry is a thief. It steals your peace, your energy, your health. That's why I lock the door every morning with this simple practice. I choose peace. I choose strength. I choose joy. And I remind myself that no matter what happens, I can handle it. This 3-minute habit has saved me from countless moments of stress, and it has strengthened my immune system, improved my focus, and kept my memory sharp. I may be 92, but I remember the names of my friends, the stories they tell me, and the little details that make life rich. So there you have it, my 5 morning habits. Not just a routine, but a foundation for a healthy, happy life. They take less than 30 minutes in total, they cost almost nothing, and they don't require any special skills or equipment. Just a little time, a little intention, and a commitment to taking care of yourself. Wake up with gentle movement. Nourish your body with a warm, immune-boosting drink. Reconnect with nature on a short walk. Fuel your mind and body with a high-protein breakfast. And set your mind for a day of peace and strength. These habits have kept me healthy at 92. And I believe they can help you too. You now know the first 4 habits that have kept me healthy, active, and sharp at 92. But there's one more habit, habit number 5. The mental tuning that keeps my mind clear, my emotions steady, and my stress in check. It's a habit that takes just 3 minutes each morning, but it's one of the most powerful things I do. Every morning before I speak to anyone, before I check the news, and even before I have my breakfast, I sit quietly. I close my eyes, take a deep breath, and ask myself a simple question. How do I want to feel today? Not what I want to do, not what I have to accomplish, just how I want to feel. And then I picture it. I see myself moving through the day, calm, confident, strong, and joyful. I imagine smiling as I talk to people, feeling steady, as I walk, thinking clearly as I go about my tasks. This is my mental tuning, my way of setting the tone for my entire day. But why does this matter? Because your mind is like a compass. It guides everything you do. If you wake up thinking about problems, if you rush into stress and chaos, then that's what your day will become. But if you take a moment to set a positive intention, You're telling your brain, this is who I choose to be today. You might think this is just a feel-good exercise, but it's backed by science. Studies have shown that when you vividly imagine yourself performing an action, your brain activates the same areas as if you were actually doing it. This is called mental rehearsal, and it's used by athletes, performers, and even surgeons to enhance their skills and stay calm under pressure. For me, this simple practice is like a shield. It protects me from stress, it keeps me focused, and it helps me stay positive, even when things don't go as planned. And as someone who has lived through wars, financial hardships, and the loss of loved ones, I can tell you life doesn't always go as planned. But with this habit, I choose how I respond. I choose peace over panic. I choose confidence over doubt. I choose joy over frustration. And that choice has made all the difference. Let me tell you a story. Decades ago, I had a friend named Frank. We were the same age with similar backgrounds, but Frank was always worried. He watched the news every morning and it upset him. He argued about politics, he stressed about money, and he always seemed on edge. I would invite him for walks, but he'd say he was too busy. I would suggest a quiet cup of tea, but he preferred to debate world events. He lived his life in a constant state of tension. And then one day, Frank had a heart attack. He survived, but he was never the same. I visited him in the hospital, and he looked at me and said, "How do you stay so calm?" "Don't you ever worry?" I told him the truth. I do worry sometimes, but I don't let worry lead me. I start my day with peace, and I guard it. Mental tuning is how I guard my peace. It's how I remind myself that I'm in control of my thoughts, not the other way around. And it's how I've kept my mind sharp, even at 92. But here's the secret. It's not just about being calm. This habit actually has physical benefits too. Researchers at the University of Wisconsin found that just 5 minutes of daily mental rehearsal can reduce anxiety, improve focus, and even boost your immune system. That's because your thoughts affect your body. When you choose calm, your heart rate lowers, your blood pressure stabilizes, and your immune cells become more active. But this is just one part of the picture. I don't just sit and wish for a good day. I picture it. I see myself smiling, walking with strength, laughing with friends, feeling grateful. I create a mental image of the person I want to be, and over time, I become that person. And here's the most important part. I do this every single morning. Not just on good days. Not just when I feel like it. Every day. Because consistency is what makes it powerful. It's not the intensity that matters. It's the habit. But let me make this clear. You don't have to be perfect. Some mornings, my mind wanders. Some mornings, I'm distracted. That's okay. The point is to keep coming back, to keep choosing peace, to keep setting your intention. And it's not just for older adults. If you're in your 50s, your 60s, or even younger, this habit can transform your life. Because stress isn't just a feeling, it's a silent killer. It weakens your immune system, damages your heart, and even affects your memory. But when you train your mind to stay calm, you protect yourself from all of that. So here's how you can start. Find a quiet place. Sit comfortably. Close your eyes and take 3 deep breaths. Ask yourself, how do I want to feel today? Picture it. See yourself calm, confident, strong, and joyful. Spend just 3 minutes in this mental space. Don't worry if your mind wanders. Just bring it back. Don't judge yourself if you feel anxious. Just choose calm. And most importantly, keep doing it. Because it's not a one-time fix, it's a daily practice. So there you have it. My 5 morning habits. The 90-second movement that wakes up my body. My immune-boosting drink that strengthens me from the inside. The 15-minute walk that keeps me active and clear-minded. A high-protein breakfast that fuels my strength and sharpness. Mental tuning that protects my peace and keeps me focused. They are simple, but they are powerful. They've kept me healthy, active, and happy at 92. And I believe they can do the same for you. But this isn't the end. There's one more thing I do every night that I haven't shared yet. Something that helps my body repair while I sleep. Something that might be the key to staying young. If you want to know what it is, make sure you watch the next part. Because sometimes the secret to staying young isn't just about what you do in the morning, it's about how you end your day. So now you know my 5 morning habits. Simple, powerful rituals that have kept me healthy, active and sharp at 92. But here's something you might not expect. The way you end your day is just as important as how you start it. That's why I want to share one more secret with you. Something I do every night that helps my body repair my mind, relax, and my health thrive. It's not a supplement, it's not an expensive treatment, and it doesn't take much time. In fact, it's something anyone can do anywhere without spending a dime. I call it my nightly wind-down ritual. You see, your body is designed to heal itself. Your cells repair, your muscles recover, and your brain organizes memories while you sleep. But this only works if you give your body the right conditions. And for me, that starts with creating a calm, peaceful transition from my busy day to a restful night. Every night, about an hour before bed, I turn off bright lights. No harsh overhead lighting, no blue light from phones or tablets. Instead, I switch to warm, soft lighting like a cozy lamp or a warm nightlight. This simple change sends a signal to my brain that it's time to wind down. But I don't just rely on dim lighting. I have a simple calming routine that I follow without fail. I make myself a cup of herbal tea, usually chamomile or peppermint. These herbs are naturally calming, helping me relax and prepare for a restful sleep. I sip it slowly, feeling the warmth in my hands, the soothing taste, and the gentle relaxation that follows. Then I spend a few minutes stretching lightly. I'm not talking about a full yoga session, just a few gentle stretches for my shoulders, back, and legs. I might reach up to the sky, twist gently from side to side, or stretch my calves against the edge of the bed. These movements help release any tension I've built up during the day. But the most important part of my nightly wind-down ritual is this: I take a few moments to clear my mind. I sit quietly, close my eyes, and breathe deeply. And instead of thinking about the problems of the day, I think about the things I'm grateful for. I remember the little moments like a beautiful sunrise, a friendly conversation, or the feeling of fresh air on my morning walk. Why does this matter? Because gratitude is like a switch that turns off stress and turns on peace. And peace is what your body needs to heal, to recharge, and to reset. But that's not all. Before I lie down, I do one last thing. I make my bedroom a sanctuary. My bed is comfortable, my pillows are supportive, and my room is cool, quiet, and dark. These might sound like small details, but they make a big difference. A good night's sleep doesn't just happen. You have to prepare for it. And here's something most people don't realize. Sleep is the most powerful medicine you have. It's when your body repairs damaged tissues, when your brain consolidates memories, and when your immune system strengthens itself. In fact, poor sleep is linked to almost every major health problem: heart disease, diabetes, dementia, even weight gain. But here's the good news. Good sleep is not just a matter of luck, it's the result of good habits. And my nightly wind-down ritual is how I set myself up for deep, restful sleep every single night. So here's what I want you to take away from this. Health isn't just about what you do when you wake up. It's also about how you end your day. It's about sending a message to your body and mind that you care about them, that you're ready to rest, to repair, and to renew. You don't need to do everything exactly like I do, but you do need a routine. Something that tells your body it's time to rest now. It could be a warm bath, a good book, a calming tea, or just a few minutes of gentle stretching. Whatever it is, make it a ritual. Make it something you look forward to. Because the truth is, I wouldn't still be healthy at 92 if I only took care of myself in the morning. I'm healthy because I take care of myself all day long, starting with gentle movements to wake up my body, a warm drink to boost my immunity, a walk to clear my mind, a nutritious breakfast to fuel my strength, and a few moments of mental tuning to set my intention. And I end the day with peace, with calm, with gratitude. That's my secret. That's what has kept me healthy, strong, and sharp for all these years. So now, you know everything. You know the 5 morning habits that keep me healthy, and the simple nightly ritual that helps me rest and recover. These aren't just habits, they are a lifestyle that has given me more years and more life in those years. But the question is, what will you do with this knowledge? Because knowing is just the beginning. Health doesn't come from knowing what to do. It comes from doing it, from choosing it, day after day. So here's my challenge to you. Start with just one of these habits. Maybe the 90-second morning movement, maybe the immune-boosting drink, maybe the calming walk. And do it every day. See how you feel. Then add another habit. Build your own routine, one that works for you. Because I believe in one simple truth. It's never too late to start living a healthier, happier life. And it doesn't take magic. It doesn't take luck. It just takes small, consistent choices. I'm 92 years old and I feel better than I did at 60. That's not a miracle. That's a choice. And it's a choice you can make too. If you found this helpful, please share it with someone you love. And remember, you don't have to be perfect. You just have to begin. You now know the 5 simple morning habits that have kept me healthy, active, and sharp at 92. You've also discovered the calming nightly ritual that helps me sleep deeply and wake up refreshed. But there's one last thing I want to share with you, something that ties everything together. It's not a habit, not a recipe, and not an exercise. It's a mindset. A way of thinking about health that has guided me through decades of life, kept me resilient through challenges, and helped me find joy in each day. I call it living with intention. Most people think health is just about eating, right, exercising, and avoiding bad habits. And yes, those things are important. But I've learned that true health, the kind that keeps you vibrant at 92, starts in your mind. It's about the choices you make, not just when you're feeling strong, but especially when you're feeling weak. I've met many people my age who gave up on their health. They said things like, I'm too old to change now, or what's the point, I'm just getting older. But that's a trap that steals your vitality long before your body does. I never fell into that trap because I chose to live with intention. I chose to believe that every day is an opportunity to strengthen my body, sharpen my mind, and lift my spirit. And that choice changed everything. Here's what I mean by living with intention. I choose my thoughts. Every morning, I take a moment to decide how I want to feel. I don't wait to see what the day brings. I don't let other people's negativity set the tone. I decide. I picture myself calm, strong, and happy. And even when challenges come, and they always do, I remember that I have the power to choose how I respond. I choose my habits. The 5 morning habits I've shared with you aren't just routines. They are promises I've made to myself, promises to take care of my body, to nourish my mind, and to protect my peace. I don't do them because I have to. I do them because I want to, because I've seen how they make me feel. I choose gratitude over regret. At 92, it would be easy for me to look back and focus on the mistakes I've made, the opportunities I've missed, the loved ones I've lost. But I don't. Instead, I focus on what I still have: my health, my memories, my ability to walk, talk, and share these moments with you. Gratitude isn't just a feeling, it's a practice. And it's one of the most powerful tools you have for staying young at heart. I Choose Connection Health isn't just about your body, it's also about your relationships. I make an effort to stay connected with friends, to have meaningful conversations, to smile at strangers. I don't isolate myself. Even at 92, I keep meeting new people, hearing new stories, and sharing my own. Connection keeps me alive. I choose curiosity. Some people think getting older means you stop learning. But I've never stopped being curious. I still read books, try new recipes, and ask questions. I don't pretend to know everything I know. I still have much to learn. And that curiosity keeps my mind young. I choose movement over stillness. Even on days when I feel tired, I move. It doesn't have to be a long walk. Sometimes it's just a gentle stretch, a slow dance to my favorite song, or a few steps in the garden. Movement is life. When you stop moving, you start fading. So I choose to keep moving even when it's just a little bit. I choose to care for myself. I don't see self-care as selfish. I see it as necessary. Because when I take care of myself, when I eat well, when I rest, when I spend time with people I love, I have more to give to others. I'm a better friend, a better neighbor, and a better person. These choices aren't complicated. They don't require money, talent, or perfect health. They just require a decision to live with intention no matter your age. And here's the truth. Living with intention is a choice you can make at any age. It's never too late to start. Maybe you're 60, maybe you're 70, maybe you're 80. It doesn't matter. You can begin right now. You can start your morning with a gentle stretch instead of a rush. You can replace your sugary breakfast with something nourishing. You can take a short walk and feel the fresh air on your face. You can choose to focus on what you're grateful for instead of what you're missing. And if you miss a day, that's okay. Health isn't about being perfect. It's about being consistent. It's about coming back to your good habits, even when life tries to pull you away. So, here's my final message to you. Don't just wait to be healthy. Don't hope for good luck or good genes. Don't let age become an excuse. Choose your health. Choose your happiness. Choose to live with intention. Because at 92, I'm not just living, I'm thriving. And that's not an accident. It's a choice I've made every single day, and it's a choice you can make too. If this has inspired you, if you found something in these habits that you want to try, don't just keep it to yourself. Share it. Tell your friends, your family. Show them that it's never too late to live a healthier, happier life. And remember, the best time to start was yesterday. But the second best time is now. So, what will you choose today?